And we are back again, guys. The guys from We're Not Smart Podcast, giving you that knowledge. But before we begin, don't forget, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share to all your friends in Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, all those social media stuff. Say it, spread the news, subscribe, and hit the bell. Okay.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what? I feel like, going for the first time on my first date with a chick, and I'm just quiet. I'm frozen. I don't know
You lost the touch.
I lost the touch, man. I don't know what's going on, man. It's like, I can see you sitting, drinking coffee and shit with me, having a nice time,
Enjoying your company.
enjoying my company, and then I get this funny reality check. It's like words don't want to come out, man. It's like I'm frozen. It's like I don't know what to do, because.
What do you mean don't know what to do? You have coffee or dinner or lunch, whatever it is.
Yeah, but the other thing is, does she like me? Doesn't she like me? I mean, what do
What
I
are you,
do?
12 again? What the hell?
I feel like going back to 12 again, Like I'm sitting there and I'm getting this old freaky advice from my buddies and stuff, tells me, listen, this is what you need to do, and what, and still I'm frozen. I'm like, God damn it, what do I do? You still remember that time when we went to the movies, and so there was a chick with, and you like the shit, you like the man, and you know what to do. Because if you ain't gonna kiss her in the cinema, it's done, it's over. You wasted your money, bro. You wasted your money.
I wasn't like that. I was more like, nah, I prefer to kiss you after the cinema. I don't want to taste the popcorn, man. I don't want to taste that sour cream or butter flavored popcorn.
Because the spices go like this.
I don't want to. I don't know. I'm just like that. I was like, it's cool to kiss in the cinema, but I'm gonna taste that popcorn. I wanna taste that popcorn.
I think I had
Maybe it's just me.
I had good times in the cinema. I think so too. Every movie that I actually watched was with a lady.
Why? But why are you reminiscing?
Because it's cold, man. And it's winter,
I preferred to go to the cinema alone.
But why alone?
Because I really liked watching movies in the cinema. I didn't want to be disturbed or distracted.
But you never went to cinema with a chick to
Yes.
actually focus watching on it. You on the screen. You were basically going to get laid.
I went. Of course, I took girls to the cinema, right? As a date, normal shit, right? But preference, if it's a really good movie, I wouldn't even want to go with my brothers or friends. I would go alone, bro. Alone. I want no distractions. I want to sit third, fourth row from the front. I'm not like you fucking colors that always want to sit in the back. No. I want the movie experience, the big screen. I want to be drawn into that world. I want to focus. I want no distraction. Nothing. Just me and the movie, enjoying the big screen and the sounds, immersion.
Do you actually know how many movies I went to go watch and I haven't watched the movie?
Because you just want to.
Interest
yeah,
in that
you
movie
went to the movies
and
for other stuff.
And if the cinema was empty inside, that's a bonus, bro. If it was just me, a chick, and someone else, or two people extra, it's a bonus, bro. There were certain times when I knew, I need to go and watch on that time, but nobody's actually in there. Damn, nigga, that was good times. But that was the time when we
You
had
were
fun.
alone and nobody in there. Sounds fishy to me.
Nah, me and the
What,
chick.
you take your lotion with you?
Nah, I didn't take my lotion. No, I mean me
In
and
your
the chick.
toilet paper? What the fuck you were doing inside the cinema?
And you remember that time the cinema had like a disabled toilet? Ah, that was the kinky one.
So take your lotion with you to the disabled
No,
toilet?
man, no.
In your toilet paper?
No. Maybe some lube. I think that's the time when one of our buddies actually introduced us to lube. He would normally go and buy it.
I wasn't part of that friend circle.
Look here, we went
Count
to
me
Kanalbrook
out.
one time. We went
Count
to
me
Kanalbrook
out.
one time and he bought lube.
I never went to you guys.
Yeah, no, you were with.
No, to buy
No.
lube.
We didn't buy lube. This other dude bought lube. We didn't buy. We didn't buy. I know you know who bought lube.
That's way back, man.
I know, man. But that was a fun days, man. That was fun days. Nowadays, nobody wants to have fun. Nobody's smiling. Why are you so serious?
Of course, but did some weird shit back then. Yeah, but cinemas are dead, man. Where you gonna do that shit now?
I
Where
don't
you gonna do
think
that
I have
shit
the
now?
time fucking to do that shit.
Yeah.
I was like so.
The
over
cinema
it.
basically closed here in Salem. There's no cinema anymore.
I know, but there's still one
In Nielsen,
one,
yeah.
in one
No, in Nielsen there's still.
No, in Somerset there's one.
Yeah, but
Somerset Mall.
Salem Boss, man. The
Oh,
last
Stellenbosch,
one,
Nielsen.
the last one I went to was actually in Nielsen to go watch some arty
Mm-hmm.
movie. It was Woordfeest.
Okay.
I went to watch some Woordfeest movie there for the missus. It was good. I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't actually a movie. It was more like a documentary.
I know.
It was a documentary.
I know they do a lot of documentaries in that. In that.
And
cinema.
I have a real love for watching documentaries. So if I have a choice, good documentary, movie, I'm always gonna choose the documentary.
Because it's gonna stick with you longer.
Huh? Just you get more out of it.
I understand. I understand.
You get more out of it. So man, we were talking the other day about the first caller was nice, huh? It was a good change of pace.
I actually liked it, and I actually want to do the same thing now on Friday. But I think we need to have a follow up about what went down on Friday. Was we riding with a caller. I mean, she was amazing.
Yeah, we had some sound issues. It took some good. The editing was editing. The video editing is a nightmare. That was our first video.
Believe me, bro.
The sound editing is no problem, but the video editing is a nightmare.
Is a nightmare. I think, like I said, maybe I'm a change from Android to Apple
I don't think
to
it's necessary,
do
man.
video editing because
I think we have to find software we can use on a PC, because the software that you use on the mobile is so clunky, man. It's so clunky, So I'm gonna have a look around and see, because there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do that I couldn't do with the video, and there's some stuff we have to figure out, right? With the sound, especially when somebody calls in, how do we get that direct sound
from the caller straight through
into the application on the phone or whatever we're using, right? We're trying to figure out how to. If we can do that, we're gonna get clear, crisp sound. But yeah, that's for the technical side.
Look,
but going back to the caller, man.
I can only think of one thing that you said now, where she said that guys, it's their fantasy or something to find a chick with no children or something like that. That's what you said. So, I mean,
I don't. That was as an opener,
right?
As an introduction to a first-time caller, to a caller.
Okay.
That was, of all the other stuff she said in that first minute, that's the thing that stood out the most, highlighted the most to me. Now, I didn't go on about it because, we have a limited time.
Okay.
The software applications put us on a limited time, so I wanted to go in on that, to get a
Okay.
more clearer view why that was one of the first stuffs he said. But time don't allow us to go deep on everything. We have to hit the questions and make sure we do that within the time limit, right? But it sticks so out to me that, and this is not a hit on her, you know, not hitting on the caller, but it's something which she said, right?
Okay.
And it's something I've heard before. That's why it just,
By whom?
I've heard it from one of our close friends,
Okay.
a guy.
Okay.
The guy said it's hard to find a chick. Now this guy's not fantasizing. He's saying it's hard to find a girl
All right.
my age
All right.
that doesn't have a kid.
Okay.
I say okay. And my wife said, we just had a chat the other day, that she and one of her close friends used to say, like, as they were getting older and older, they were telling each other it's gonna be hard to find a guy
With no kids.
with no kids. Alright? There's a major disconnect. Yeah, a major disconnect. Why do they say that? You try and tell me. Why do they say that? This is a brain exercise. Why would a girl say that? Why would a guy say that? Especially, let's narrow it down to our circles, our community, our, people we are in day-to-day contact with. Why do we say it?
I can only probably speak of what I'm going through, and I can say that it is difficult to find someone with no child, especially in our age group, right?
Okay?
And I think that's why a lot of times we want to go younger, alright?
That increases the chances that person doesn't have a.
It doesn't have a kid,
Uh-huh.
alright? And so it's true what I'm saying. I mean, if I look between 25 and 30, yes, there is children, there is girls that doesn't have children. But I think like you said, they don't put themselves out there.
That's the thing. Everybody is saying it's hard to find. They need to look at their own words. It's hard to find somebody that doesn't have a child. Emphasis on the hard part, which means they are out there. People are out there, alright? They don't have kids,
But I think they just went into lockdown.
but they are difficult to find.
They're very difficult to find, and
Right?
even
Difficult to find.
and even if you do find, there's work that you need to do.
It is work of everybody, but the problem is to find them.
Because
That's the issue.
Because I found a 24-year-old now on Saturday, right? No kids, she's still studying. Mother still in her mommy's house, but she needed work. Alright?
So, everybody has work to be done.
But it's like in real work, because the thing is this, she was brainwashed by her mother. Because the mother told her, look here, focus on your career, work your way up the ladder, and you're gonna be happy, And I stood there and I told her, look here, by the time you get 36, that happiness that you feel right now, at 24, it's gonna be gone. She just looked at me like, this is a crazy dude. But you know what? I think for every time I say that, I must actually write it on a piece of paper, put it in the envelope, and write the date on it, and just stamp it, and say, look here, this you keep by you until you get 36, and then you open it, and then you read it again, and then you phone me, and then you tell me, look here, are you speaking the truth? Because it's goddamn the truth. Nothing.
Yeah, but the thing is, man, my thing is coming to it. It's difficult to find women and guys in our where we move, right? Colored area, but or lower income area. That don't have, you're looking for a partner, a boyfriend, a husband or what. It's difficult to find somebody these days between the age of, you can say 19 and let's say 38.
Okay.
Right, they make it nice and broad. 19 and 38. Right? More or less after 38, good chance you have settled down with somebody. Right? Right? But
okay.
Just listen.
Okay. Alright.
So it's difficult to find somebody
Alright.
that doesn't have a kid. Now the thing is, the people that don't have the kids, right, that are also looking. Funny enough, they are also looking
I don't want to
for
put
somebody.
in the time.
No. They don't even know how.
But I can teach them.
You still need to find them. You can't teach what you can't find. You see
I
the
can teach them
problem?
how to find.
You need to find them to teach them how to find.
I need to teach them how to find.
You see my problem here? Those people are difficult for, even if they have two the same. He doesn't have a kid, she doesn't have a kid. They don't know how to find each other.
But that's the thing. They must come to me. I can.
They don't know they don't know you exist.
I can teach you.
These people, they are like,
I can teach you.
most likely they are introverts.
Alright.
Alright? So they're the kind of people that don't come out of the house, don't go to parties, they don't go to social stuff. They don't even put themselves on a dating app or anything like that. They just don't put themselves out there. But they are waiting for somebody.
So yeah, that's gonna be a long wait, bro. It's gonna be a long wait to freedom.
They are waiting
Not
for
a walk,
somebody.
a wait to freedom.
They are waiting for somebody.
They can wait, because they're gonna wait.
Because I know people like this. I know guys like this, and I know girls like this. Right? They introverted. They're in their house. They don't put themselves out, but they are waiting for somebody.
I don't know what they're waiting for.
And
Charming.
These people actually, if you talk to them, they would listen and read up and stuff to help them put themselves out there, but still not do it. These people also sometimes, if they are not in good shape, they would go to the gym to get themselves in good shape, so they can be more attractive to whoever they want to attract. Alright? These people exist, but damn, they are hard to find. They are hard to find. So that finding part needs to be sorted out. Like guys, like when you go to, where's the number one place a guy picks up a girl? The number one place. Let's think closely. What's the number one place? Where's the number one place you're gonna pick up a girl? You put it like this. That is fit, good head on her shoulders.
At the gym.
No.
Why not?
Nobody wants to talk to you at the gym.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to disturb
Yeah,
when they're
man.
working out. No.
Yeah, man.
No.
Are you sure?
I have guys that have tried to pick up chicks at the yoga club.
You know.
I have friends that have tried that
You know.
shit. They failed miserably.
You know what? Before this whole thing, we Cyril actually closed the gyms. So what I've noticed was that I've noticed these girls that go to gym just for attention, and they don't even work out. They're on their phones.
You
while
get
they're
that.
busy.
It's it's the IG. You know about the IG thing,
Yeah.
alright? So what's happening on IG is the girls will go to gym
Uh-huh.
and they would take video clips of themselves working out, and they would put it on IG,
Uh-huh.
or their OnlyFans account, and it will like boost up their social status profile, right? There's a lot that happens a lot, right? They're not really there for the workout; they're there for the social aspect, their own private social aspect, not social with other people at the gym. Their social thing online. That's what's happening. But like I said, if you want to pick up a chick, you know where was a good place to pick up a chick? Parkrun.
I wanted to, as soon as you said that, I wanted to say no, parkrun.
Parkrun,
The
because
reason for parkrun, because they look after themselves.
you meet somebody
At
that's
park.
most likely already fit.
Yes.
Most of the people at Parkrun are already fit. They keep
Yes.
themselves in
Keep
shape.
themselves in shape.
It shows they are not afraid to go out
Yes.
between other people. It shows they got a good head on their shoulders to know that they need to keep themselves fit to be in good standing outside in the real world.
Yep.
So it's so good mental health.
Yep.
A lot of good ticks to tick off.
Yep.
Nice place to pick up a chick, and there's a lot of single girls there and guys. And that's actually not like the gym where nobody wants to be disturbed because you're so focused on your
Yeah,
workout.
over there people wanted to. They want to communicate.
You at the park
They
run?
wanted to. They wanted
People are free to talk to each other.
to. They wanted
You know? But you know where's the number one place where you pick up a girl?
to.
Some guy or some girl's braai or
But
house
that's
party.
But that's the easiest to pick
Yes.
up. That's the most easiest
Yes,
to pick up.
it's easier to pick up there than any club, any bar,
Because you remember as soon as
any
you,
cocktail lounge.
as soon as you walk in, it's almost like that chick was already told, look here, this guy's coming, he's a nice dude. You gonna take him. You gonna be his
Even
girlfriend.
if she's not being told, that's the best place,
But
right?
but I've seen it, bro. It's like
That's
it's
the
not
best
even,
place.
It's not even a half an hour. That chick has been already eyeing you since you came.
You can pick up a girl in under 5 minutes after walking into a house party or braai or whatever. Right? Under 5 minutes.
Or
But here's the thing, yes, it's not about the pickup. It's not about the pickup. When you pick up a girl at the house party,
okay.
right? You don't have any good information on her. At the park run, you could have ticked off a lot of good things.
But not. I understand what you said. I understand.
But at the house party, you don't have any good
You
stuff.
don't have nothing.
You're
to
already going in at a girl. The only thing you get is outside face value. That's the only thing you get. Alright?
and you can't give a face.
Yeah, and
value
even
on-
if she
on the
talks to
face
you,
with
she's
makeup
gonna
on.
say some nice things to you back. Alright, and the same goes for the girl. The guy's gonna say some nice thing to her back. So you're not gonna get any good.
But you know what?
You're starting off at 0 at Parkrun. You're starting at least at 5.
Yeah, 'cause you see what you're working with.
Yeah, you already see what you work
You
with.
see, okay, this is how she's gonna look if she stands up.
And most likely, if she's at the park run, it means she looks after herself. Most likely, she doesn't have kids.
Of course, because what women.
What is the
understand on
likelihood
Saturday
of
to
a girl
Sunday to just
of
be-
a girl in her 20s at the park run? What's the likelihood, right? Percentage having a kid, and a girl you meet at a house party or braai, whatever, having a kid.
the house party?
Yeah, but what would you say percentage? Doesn't even have to be correct.
I say the percentage is more likely that at a house party that you'll pick up a chick that has a light
And then a guy as well.
and a guy's park, but not at a park.
Not at the park run. So you gotta find places, right, where people, good-minded people that hasn't done that, you know.
And really, people that
You
actually
have to find places like that at park run and places like that where you can find people like that.
and people that actually would look at the fact that look here, this is a nice dude, or I don't want to hurt him. You know, if I see myself with him, you know, it's gonna be a long-term thing. Because especially ladies that actually goes to a park run. I mean, they dedicated. They know that look here, Saturday mornings. I need to wake up. I need to.
You
I
know,
need to do this.
I know a guy, right? He used to pick up girls. Guess where?
Yeah.
On his surfboard.
That's why you started to serve, but I don't see you serving anymore, nigga.
on his surfboard.
That's why you're like, yeah, we
You
gotta
get,
go surf.
you get a lot of girls that are surfers, right?
This
A lot of
nigga
girls that are
don't
surfers.
This was the only black nigga
Man, that
I
was
know
years ago. Years.
that actually
years.
wanted to stand out of the crowd, you know, and wanted to go do a surf.
Listen here. You come from the colored family that go to the beach,
Yep.
right? And my foot is not.
Okay. You just took it a step further. That's what you did.
I go to the beach. Me and my uncles used to go to the beach. Boogie boards, surfboards, wetsuit, snorkel, goggles, everything. On the roof, in the car. That's how we used to go.
That's why I was like, this nigga. This nigga. What
I'm
the
not.
hell is this nigga?
I did not grow up footsie nut at the beach. No, that wasn't my.
Did you put
my
that
thing.
surfboard also in that purse?
Man, that was even after. But here's the thing: places like that, you find a girl on the beach on the surfboard. You think that girl as a kid at home while she's surfing?
Did you? But now, just think back a little bit. If you now, say for instance, you guys still had that person, and you took out your surfboard, do you think you would get a number?
Yes.
No way in hell.
Why not?
Bro, that's a 1970. What is it? 1980.
Surfers are like fucking hippies. They don't give a shit what you drive. They drive in that fucking Volkswagen Kombi with the flowers on, smoking weed all.
Smoking weed.
Yeah, that's what they are.
But
They
you
don't
know,
give a shit.
you know what was interesting about the call on Friday was that I think she was a little bit upset that she knew it was like over for her. She won't be able to find that perfect guy that she wants.
It's not that it's over. It's just it's a lot harder. It's the battle gets outside. If you're looking for a mate, a partner, it's competition, man. It's competition. If you're coming in with a lot of debt, you're blacklisted. You're coming in, you have a past, you have a drug problem. You're coming in, you have kids. You're coming in, your parents are so fucked up and they keep on getting into your life and fucking your life up again. All that kind of negative stuff in your life, your baggage, all the baggage you bring up, it devalues you when you go out to compete for somebody, because there's other people that are in better standing,
Okay.
also competing for maybe the same guy. Guy's gonna choose what's the best.
Okay. So.
Want a new car or an old car?
So you said now, all right? If a guy goes into a relationship with a kid and a woman doesn't have a kid, he goes in with a -3. All right? If
What do you mean?
If a woman goes into a relationship with a guy, and a guy doesn't have a kid, it means she goes in with a -3. Because remember now, if it was two people with no kids, I mean, they both start by 0-0.
That if you just take if you have a child, as that is the only maybe you can say hugely negative thing you can bring into a relationship.
As a child, especially for a guy, not for a female.
Because let's not beat around the bush. It is a major negative thing, and it's gonna take somebody to accept it and have a positive mindset and attitude and work ethic to take that negative to make it a positive and it's gonna take whoever child it is who's bringing that child. That person needs to show or give more, to show the other person, I'm bringing this child into the relationship, I'm willing to do extra, or I'm willing to do this and this to compensate for this what I'm bringing in. Alright? Because you could have chosen
A chick with no child, or a guy
somebody
with no
else.
child.
Alright?
So you need to.
So you need to make up for that.
You need to double up.
Not no. We need to be accepting. No, the world doesn't work like that. The real world is harsh.
But you know how it goes. You know, we still brainwashed and we still have this thing where we
You
go
need to
like,
accept the kid as your own. Don't have
you
to.
need to take me as I am.
The world doesn't work. The world doesn't work like that.
Take me as I am. If you don't take me as I am, you can't have me. You need to still work for me, and you need to take care of my kid. I know this is a first date, but my kid is hungry. Don't you want to go buy McDonald's? And you stop at McDonald's, and she says, "Aren't you gonna pay?" And the guy's like, "What? Hey, my child, I can't pay."
Here's the thing. So you get all this nagging and all this, right? And then you stop at McDonald's, and the girl hands you, the food, right? The food parcel. And the girl that hands you the food parcel looks like a fucking model out of a magazine. And she has no kids, and you're like, wait, you're single? I could have you?
No kids.
Why am I settling for this?
She just wants me to pay. You want me to pay. So what am I? Pay.
Why am I settling for this? So I mean, like, this is it sounds cruel, but this is a reality.
Look, I think if
This is the reality, man.
if
World doesn't give a shit.
If people had to think about life in this way that we're speaking it right now, I think the world would have been a better place. I think a guy would have said, "Look here, I'm in this because I know why I'm in this." I think now I understand why some ladies are still on certain guys' payroll. Even though there's no kids involved. And I mean, these girls are still staying in flats, still driving that guy's car, and he's still paying her allowance, even though he's not bitching around with her. Because I think she has this thing in her head that, okay, cool, this is what I brought and this is what he brought to the table, and it needs to be like that.
And that's a whole different thing.
But now the whole thing is this. That I've noticed now is that if you take one thing out of any relationship for 3 months, only one thing, you take that out of your relationship for 3 months, that's not before you even think about getting married. That's now basically when you put all the ground rules down and you just take that thing out for 3 months. You guys hang out together, you do everything like you normally did, but you just don't do it in bed. No kissing. Yeah, you got to hug, but no kissing. No making love, nothing. No oral, nothing. And just see where that relationship is going to go. Do you think last 3 months? Do you think that guy will go and get something on the side?
What makes you think the girl won't go? Huh? What makes you think that, man, it's a fucking woman out there. There's a woman out there that wanted more than the guy. We have some friends whose partners wanted more than the guy. The guy can't keep up.
But you see, it's not his fault that she can't keep up. His fault that he can't keep up. Alright? Remember back in the days in war, when the soldiers came back home, they were so flippin'. It was just like people lay, put it in, and they're done.
No. Actually, the opposite is true.
What?
A lot of these soldiers that were in war, that were traumatized, they went back and they performed badly in the bed.
I know.
Because of the trauma.
Alright.
And a lot of them had to go for psychiatric treatment and see a shrink and all that shit to get over the trauma first, because they were so in the back of the head that they couldn't connect
with anyone,
of somebody in a passionate sense. That's that. But man, at the end of the day, ladies, gentlemen, for men first, I've been praying that one day some genius biologist, some science nerd dude or girl will invent contraception for men, you know. So we can just take a pill or a chip or injection and not get anybody pregnant. And this thing needs to work 100%. Okay?
But you still use protection, right?
No, that's not the thing. Thing is, for years now, when a girl gets pregnant, you hear the saying, it happened, what can we do? It was an accident. It's his fault.
Boo! There's no such thing as an accident, man.
He took off the condom.
What do you mean he took off?
No, man. You for years, how many years now? Since I started high school. We get this class, right? This family something class, right? It was one of the newest I had it. That when contraception was actually introduced to us for the first time properly, right? This is all the different methods of contraception, and this is what they mostly focus on the female body, what they go through. They didn't really focus on guys at all, you know. So we got familiar with it, right? It's nothing for us to prevent it, to prevent pregnancy, right? All the control, right, was in the woman's hands, in the girl's hands, right? But she had all the control, all the prevention measures. Man, throw condoms out of the equation. The stuff breaks, son. Alright? Throw that out. So she has basically all the control. Right? The guy doesn't have. But if the girl gets pregnant, a lot of the blame goes to the guy. Right?
He's screwed.
A lot of the blame goes to him. So if we can get something for the guy, so at least we can stop that bullshit. Alright? Stop that bullshit. You know? And then if they get pregnant then, right? Then we can say no, it's your fault. There's too many different ways. And women don't need to be screwed like this. They don't need to get pregnant. They have too many options. And you can make a bullshit excuse. It be fat. Lord, for those that have 2 feet, the Lord gave you 2 feet, go fucking run. Go to the gym. You can't afford the gym, you can jog. You know, keep yourself in shape. That's not an excuse. You know, in my parents' time, in my grandparents' time, most of the girls were thin. Right?
Because they were eating right, bro.
No, they were not just eating. They were walking long distances to school, to the shop.
I still remember.
You know, they had to walk that maybe every day. They are all thin.
I remember there was a time, you know, where you don't only play sports at school, but you played in church, you know. You played volleyball, you played soccer.
I used to
at a certain age, you know.
I used to work. I did some work in, where was this? Uganda. Right? There was a village there called Bukwash. It's about, I would guess, 30 kilometers away from the Nile River. Alright? And it was close to our camp. And that village, we would go sometimes to that village, sneak off to the village to get a beer. You know? And that village, that whole village, the only women that were a little bit chubby and thicker were the women above, I would say, 45.
I get you. I know why.
And it's a poor village, but it's not like they don't have food. They can eat as much
I think
as they want, because they had their own livestock.
Alright.
Man, there was enough goats and cows and whatever. Alright. They had their own livestock, they had their own vegetables and that. Now and then they would trade amongst each other and sell some stuff for money for whatever they needed, right? But there was all the food to get fat, right? But the girls and the guys, right, that were working, right, that were working in the fields or in the shop or whatever, They were fetching the wood, the water. They were walking.
But there was no.
They all are thin. They all are
time
thin.
for them to actually.
There's no fat people in that village.
Because there's no such thing as you just get
And
in
you-
a car and you drive
and you
you
know
be
what?
lazy and what.
You know what? The government, right? The Red Cross and the UN and that, they would come there and they would, introduce and give these people, contraception. Okay, you don't want to have kids now. It's like family planning, right? Okay, you don't want to have kids now. Okay, when are you planning to have kids? Okay, this age. Okay, until that age, take this pill or take the injection, and they will take it.
I see where you going.
And they would not get pregnant.
I see where you going.
And
You want
they
to
don't-
make it legal for
they don't get
government
it-
to just say, look here,
They don't get fat.
look here. From the age of 5, you get put on something not to get pregnant.
Mandatory.
It's mandatory. You
Of
wanna?
course.
Damn, nigga.
Of course. This freedom shit.
Who do you think will allow?
This
it?
freedom shit. I don't care if allowed. This freedom shit has only
know the
caused
white man-
more problems than
I know the
good.
white man does it, man. They put their children on flipping hell,
The white man's kid, right, can be from. The white man's kid can be the father can be a pastor, and he's still gonna put his daughter on contraception. As soon as he enters high school,
Not even high school.
as
Last
soon
year,
as he
primary
enters
school.
high school, she's on the Paul Jackson or whatever.
She doesn't even know.
They don't give chance for that shit. They
She
don't.
doesn't even know, bro.
Maybe the white people I've talked to, they have the talk of their children. I don't care. I don't care how I raised you. I put my values, my good values as I see fit inside of you. I taught you that. Alright? All the good I could teach you, I teach you here in the house. But this is the house. You're going outside into the world when you leave this house. And the world doesn't give a fuck what I teach you.
You know, just-
And that's
life
why-
is bad.
And that's why they put their kids on That's why if you walk now outside here, on a sunny day, you see a lot of youngsters of kids. Right? Go take that same walk in the night in white neighborhoods and see there's kids there. A lot of kids.
Just
Teenage
running-
pregnancies.
running around and
Huh?
you know what?
And they ain't fucking any less. They
You know
ain't
what?
fucking any
You
less.
know what? It was strange where someone said, go on a Friday night or Saturday, go out and go see how many mothers are sitting with mothers and these children, but there's no guy around, And I went and I checked it out, and it was sad, but it was true.
Yeah, you don't wanna put as a colored or even black person, you don't wanna put your child, alright, on contraception because of the stigma.
No, you don't.
Somebody's gonna say something, alright? Rumors and all that stuff.
You want to do that? because-
What do you want? An unplanned pregnancy or the stigma and the rumors? Which one is
Stigma,
worse?
No. The pregnancy is worse, bro.
Huh?
That pregnancy
Not
is
saying babies
worse.
are not good or are not a blessing, but man, there's a proper way to do it. That's just the thing. There's a
But
proper
man,
way
you
to
know
do
what? You're. I'm not gonna lie.
it. It all comes down to
I
contraception.
think it's Korea or something. They already planning. There's like this women's group thing movement, and they're like staying together in one house and whatever, and they're like it's like in their 40s or something, and
That's some shit that's happening in Japan and Asia and those countries.
and there's no way they basically know that okay they screwed.
But they have you can compare it to us, but they have a very weird different social culture.
They know they screwed because
They-
we're getting there. We're getting there. Sure.
Yeah, slowly.
Slowly we're getting there.
Slowly.
We're already seeing, divorced couples actually, women actually moving in together just to
Yeah,
to-
it's
to-
a slow
to
transition.
to
It's a slow
cut
transition.
off or to help with certain things, in,
Yeah.
in the house.
But that's the thing. And for me, it's just if all that's why I say You're looking for somebody that doesn't have a kid. You know? That is the effect, right? Somebody having a kid and still single, that's the effect of bad parent family planning. Right? If you have sorted out your family planning when you were younger, and this is from teenage years while you're still in high school, listen, and this is for guys and girls. I want to finish high school, I'll get pregnant, I want to do some maybe study or do some technical thing, not have a kid. I want to finish that, I want to get my job, whether before that or after that, meet somebody, marry, then plan for a family and all that. To get to that point, you need to use contraception, right? From high school time. If you miss the contraception part, that is the most important part. If you miss that, somewhere along the line, you're gonna get pregnant. It's gonna fuck up all the other planning. And then you're gonna sit in your 30s or late 20s and say, I need to find a woman, I need to find a man who doesn't have a kid.
Too late, niggas. Too late.
That fucking
Damage
problem
has
should have been
done.
that problem should have been fixed way back.
Damage has been done.
Way back. Yeah, man, it's what it is, man. It's what it is. You know? And I know me saying this shit, right, is gonna fall on deaf ears. I know it. Because youngsters, I was young too, don't give a fuck what somebody says that's older. A little, tiny bit more wiser. They don't care what I say. They always think they know better. But I'm just gonna say it anyway. You know? Whether they listen to it or not, I'm just gonna say it anyway. You know? You could have had a better life. You could have planned your kids' life at a better stage when you were in a better position.
You know what? You don't have to learn out of your own mistakes. You know, you can learn out of somebody else's mistake. Because I think that's the best way actually to learn is to do someone
to
else's
learn out
mistake.
of your own mistakes is very hard.
I mean, time
It's hard. It's a hard punch to take.
In everything that you put in, and it all goes to waste. Damn, niggas, you don't know what's it like.
Ah, man, what can you do, man?
It's
You know,
bad,
I
Michael Jackson bad.
I tell you the story, right? I was at a pharmacy looking for something, can't remember, doesn't matter what, right? And a black, woman, alright? She's in a probably 40s, early 40s, little bit chubby woman, actually a lot chubby. Older black woman comes there with a child, a daughter, right? She's probably on the university, right? First year. The mom is asking the pharmacist, where's the condoms? Where's the contraception? She's there with her daughter, not her son. That mom deserves a medal.
Oh yeah.
That mother deserves a medal.
Let's bring six
She
back.
said to herself, I taught my daughter well, but she's going out into the world now.
And the world don't take any precedence.
The world don't give a shit what daughter.
That
drink,
pants is gonna come down.
one drink, one guy telling her the
Oh,
best
you're
thing,
so beautiful.
and all the stuff I've prepared her for years.
Bro, everything goes
to shit.
It goes to shit. As soon as he has one drink in, and the guy says, "Oh baby,
Man,
oh."
that mom was she was not afraid, man. She said right there, people around her, where's the daughter was standing, whether the daughter was embarrassed or what, or whether she felt embarrassment, she took it. She that shit. Right? She rather took that shit than take her daughter get pregnant. That's a real parent, man.
Because I mean, she knows.
That's
she
a
knows.
parent.
She put a lot in, and I mean, her child to get pregnant and not finish
man.
university.
I just
That's money that's been saved up.
I just hope, man. I just hope, I just hope that this fucking cycle doesn't continue. But
It's still raining, huh? We're sitting in the rain and it's cold, nigga.
I'm warm. I got my body warm. I got my nice jersey. And Okay, man. It's all good. Anyway, let's wrap us up. I want to
guys.
shoot another one quickly.
Don't forget, subscribe,
Hit the like button, share to all your friends.
Yeah. And this is coming all the way from the guys from We Not Smart, all the way here in Selanganga. It's a new word, man. Selanganga. Selanganga. We got lions here. We got
And we're
leopards.
not live in studio, we're live in Auckland.
Peace out.